Attention, please. The show starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
Booming in. And what's up to everybody? Coming to you live from the Game with Mars studios. My name is Marshall and I present to you another episode 004 of the Blessed Beyond podcast. And yes, this is the Blessed Beyond podcast. This is the number one podcast when it comes to your spirit. Yes, this podcast, it stands for your spirit. It's a spiritual podcast. Yes, and we are blessed beyond, and I hope you are amazing. I hope you're having a good one, because I'm right here having a blessed beyond of an evening as I'm recording this video. I have a little bit of flu, so I might sneeze during this episode, but one thing that I guarantee you is that you're gonna be blessed and you're gonna be feeling empowered right after listening to this one. You are not gonna be the same, and you're gonna be inspired, encouraged, empowered, and you're gonna go out in the world and you're gonna live your life to the fullest. You're gonna be amazing. You're gonna be one of the most amazing moments are gonna come right out of this podcast. And this podcast, if you are new, you are joining us for the first time, welcome to the Blessed Beyond podcast. Yes, and right now you're joining us on our episode 4, and we are touching the story of Joseph. Yes, Joseph the dreamer. We're in chapter 1, chapter 2, part 3. So right now it's our part 4 as we are continuing with the story of a young man, Joseph. Yes, Joseph is the dreamer. Is the guy who in episode 1 we still remember he had a dream. Then after he had a dream in episode 2, he was sold by his brothers. Then he ended up in a foreign land of Egypt. Then he was working there in Egypt. Then he was falsely accused of rape. Then he was locked up in prison. Then we remember Joseph last week. He interpreted the dreams of the king. So right now we're continuing the story from right there. So I hope you're inspired. I hope you are blessed. I hope you're feeling so amazing. But before we go any further, we have something special on this episodes, and every week we do this thing what we call affirmations. Yes, it's that affirming who we are, and we believe that you are who you say you are, and we call it believe that what you say you are is who you truly become. So right now we are tapping into affirmations, and we are getting into those moments that we are affirming who we are. So you're going to repeat after me, and we're just going to repeat these words, and we're going to believe these words, and as we believe them and as we repeat them and as we repeat them and as we believe them, that's another moment that we will start to live it. We're going to live that amazing, blessed beyond lifestyle, because we are amazing. Are you ready? So repeat after me. We're gonna go. I am blessed. I am blessed. I am prosperous. I am prosperous. I am successful. I am successful. I am victorious. I am victorious. I am talented. I am talented. I am creative. I am creative. I am wise. I am wise. I am healthy. I am healthy. I'm in shape. I'm in shape. I am energetic. I am energetic. I am happy. I am happy. I am positive. I am positive. I am passionate. I am passionate. I am strong. I am strong. I am confident. I am confident. I am secure. I am secure. I am handsome. I am handsome. I am attractive. I'm attractive. I am valuable. I am valuable. I am free. I am free. I am redeemed. I am redeemed. I am forgiven. I am forgiven. I am anointed. I am anointed. I am accepted. I am accepted. I am approved. I am approved. I am prepared. I am prepared. I am qualified. I am qualified. I am motivated. I am motivated. I am focused. I am focused. I am disciplined. I am disciplined. I am determined. I am determined. I am patient. I am patient. I am kind. I am kind. I am generous. I am generous. I am excellent. I am excellent. I am equipped. I am equipped. I am empowered. I'm empowered. I'm well able. I'm well able. I am a child of the Most High God. Yes. So this is the moment. Yes, we give us a clap there. This is the moment that now you are believing, and that moment that you have affirmed. You have just confirmed and you have affirmed who you are. And I truly believe, and we truly believe right here in the Game with Mars studios there, you are who you say you are. Yes, you are who you say you are, and you are who you become who you say you are. So in those moments when you say like I am broke, or I am tired, or I'm deranged, or I'm depressed, all of those things, when you say it out, when you speak it out, you're affirming it, and when you're speaking it out, you're giving it that life. So right here we clearly believe that you are who you say you are. So I truly believe that you have to speak positive to yourself. You have to be positive towards yourself. You have to love yourself. You have to be good to yourself. You have to say you're a beautiful man. You have to say you're handsome. You have to say you're amazing, because in you saying that, you truly become it and to truly live it. So right here, I hope you enjoyed that affirmations. And if you it was your first time affirming, yes, you can copy that affirmations and you can use them every day. When you wake up in the morning, put them on the corner of your mirror. Then you just repeat them every morning, and trust me, guarantee you're gonna be amazing and you're gonna be blessed. And right now, let's step up back into our story of Joseph the Dreamer. It was an amazing story. It's still an amazing story, and there's so much to learn. So you know what you gotta do. You gotta take out your spears and you gotta take out your shields. Yes, you gotta have your notebook and a pen. Yes, those are that's your spear and that's your shield. Your notebook and a pen, wherever you are, whenever you are, wherever you are with, whoever you are with, it doesn't matter. You have to have a notebook and a pen on you. So get your notebook and a pen, because right now we're tapping into the Blessed Beyond podcast, and you're right here to learn. You're here to be inspired. You're here to add value, and we're gonna make sure that you're gonna experience an amazing lifestyle when you go out in the world. You are an amazing person. Since you are a blessed person, you are who you say you are. So yes, we're gonna tap it on, and we're gonna pass it over to Uncle Mike back down in his studio, so that he can read the scripture for us, so that we can come back to me, then I can break it down for you, so that you can be inspired. Yes, taking it back to you.
Yeah. Boom. Yes, what's up? What's up, everybody? I hope you're blessed. I hope you're feeling amazing. And I hope that you're having a great one. Because today, we're going to be talking about the story of Joseph. If you still remember, last week, we talked about Joseph having the dream and interpreting the dream of the Pharaoh. But today, we are continuing, and we're going to be talking about how that same dream and such same promotion that he got, and we are continuing today because we are reading on Genesis. Remember, we're touching it on Genesis today. Genesis chapter 14. Genesis chapter 42. 42, yes, is Genesis, is the beginning of the 42 chapter. Yes, are you ready? Let's go. When Jacob saw that there was grain in Egypt, Jacob said to his sons, Why? Why do you look at one another? Indeed, I have heard that there is grain down in Egypt. Go down there and buy some grain for us. Why are you just sitting around? Stand up, go down to Egypt and get something. So Joseph's 10 brothers went down to buy grain in Egypt, but Jacob did not send Joseph's brother Benjamin with his bigger brothers, for he said, let some calamity befall him. Trust issues. And the sons of Jacob went to buy grain among the journeyed, for the famine was in the land of Canaan. Now Joseph was the governor of the land of Egypt, and it was he who sold to all the people coming to the land. And Joseph's brothers came and bowed down before Joseph and him with their faces to the earth. You remember that, eh? Then Joseph saw his brothers and recognized them, but he acted as a stranger to them, and he spoke roughly to them, and he said to them, Where do you come from? And they said, From the land of Canaan. We came here to buy some food. So Joseph recognized his brothers, but he did not recognize them. Then he said to them, Joseph remembered the dreams which he had dreamed about them, and he said to them, Oh, no. You are spies. You have come to see the nakedness of the land and to see what we have so that you can come and destroy us. No, we are all sons of one man. We are all sons of one man. We are honest men. Your servants are not spies, we are not. But he said to them, But now you have come to nakedness this land. And he said, No, master, we did not come. We are just 12 brothers. We are the sons of one man in the land of Canaan. And in fact, The youngest is with the father right now. We left him at home. And the other one is no more. But Joseph said to it, it is as I spoke to you, you are spies. In this manner you shall be tested, you shall indeed be tested, and by the Pharaoh, but by the life of a Pharaoh, you shall not leave the place unless your youngest brother that you spoke of have come here, and I have seen him with my eyes. So surely I might know that you are not spies. So he put them all together in prison for 3 days. Then Joseph said to them, the 3rd day, do this and live, for I fear God. So if you are honest men, let one of your brothers be confined to your prison house, but you go and carry the grain of the famine of the house and bring your youngest brother me, so your words shall be verified and you shall not die. No one shall die, they shall set you free. But they did so. Then they said to one another, we are surely guilty concerning our brother, for we saw the anguish of his soul when we pleaded with us, and we would not hear. Therefore his distress has come upon us. And Reuben answered them, saying, did I not speak to you, saying, do not sin the boy, or you would not listen? Therefore, behold, his blood is now required of us. But they did not know that Joseph was standing there. We could understand them, for he spoke to them roughly in a foreign language, and he turned away from them and wept. Then he returned to them again and talked with them. And he took Simeon from them and bowed him before his eyes. We end it right here. Then we'll pass it back to a game with Mars.
Yep. We are back, everybody. And you know that now it's a fact that we are right here and we are seeing the same story of Joseph. And right now, we're seeing that there is a famine down in Canaan where all Joseph's brothers and their father Jacob are staying at. And right now, we're seeing that the father Jacob is like, no, young guys, you gotta go out down to Egypt and get the grain, because that is the only place that you can find the grain. Guys, does this sound familiar? Yes, from episode 1, the dream, Joseph talking about the grain, bowing down. Okay, easy up, let's go. Then you're seeing that the boys are sent down to Egypt. So when they arrive to Egypt, you're saying that Joseph recognized them. It's like, oh, that's my brothers. Those are my brothers. They're here now to get the food. Then right now, the brothers, they're trying to get food from the guy. The same old guy that they sold. The same young brother that they tried to kill is the same guy that is now in Canaan, and he's the governor. He's the one who's controlling all the food supply. And for you to get food, you have to go through Joseph. Guys, hey, it's getting deep now. So we are seeing here, the guys are in Egypt. Seeing Reuben is also there. He's like, oh, guys, I told you, do not kill the young man. So today, what can we learn from this story? What can we take? What are the important key parts? What are those things that needs to be written down? What are those principles that can you take from this old story and apply it into today's story and go out in the world and live a blessed beyond lifestyle? So we're seeing here the first thing that I'm learning from Joseph here is that Joseph, after he got the promotion, he's right there. He's still doing his best. Even now he's working as the governor. He's still giving out the best. He's still the same old guy who's giving the best that he could. Why? He never stopped, because he's still sticking in his purpose. Because in that purpose, that's where he's going to be able to meet his brothers and be able to connect and relate back with his family. Right? So what's the important thing? What's the first part? that we are seeing from Joseph. I want you guys to realize where you are now. Yes, you have to realize because you have climbed. You might be on a certain level, a higher level than you were last. But in that level, I want you to realize that that level is where you are. You gotta be self-aware. You gotta know who you are in that moment, in that level, not to be overwhelmed by the level. I'm talking about being in the flow with the level. Because Joseph, you can see this guy was in prison, but right now he's in the governor, but he's still playing the role of the governor. He's good as the governor. So you, wherever you are, whatever level that you might have today, whatever situation that you is in front of you, I want you to take that moment, understanding that's where you are, and not be overwhelmed by the position. Because a lot of us, we suffer, we get overwhelmed by the position. We're like, oh, because we look at where we've been and we look at where we are. It's still good to look at where you are and where you've been, but when that's higher level, that higher opportunity, you gotta match it, you gotta flow with it. Because as we are seeing Joseph, he's even trying to be rough with them. He's speaking in a foreign language. He's matching that position that he's playing, that even his brothers could not even recognize them. Even those enemies, those haters that you have today, when you are on that, even the haters that you used to have 10 years ago, when they meet you like now in that same level, they can't recognize you anymore because you are in a certain level. You are aware of you are. You are not overwhelmed by the level. You are flowing with the level. And that is the moment that we are seeing that Joseph is on some self-aware part. So you being self-aware, he's not trying to fight the brothers, he's not trying to punish them because he is self-aware. You being aware of the level that you are, you're just like, but all of these guys, whatever they have tried to destroy me, they try to bring you back down, trying to bring you back. But right now where you are, you're in the position that you are the one that have to help them out. So in this moment, guys, all those people that they've tried to pull you back behind, now you are in that position. You are in front. You are in the leadership position. What do? Do you have to make them pay back? I know you have that. You feel like, no, I gotta show them who I am. I gotta revenge them. But we're seeing learning something principle from Joseph here, a very important principle, that he is actually playing along. He's actually not trying to revenge them. He's looking at them and like, nah, they might have tried to bring me back, but they actually brought out the best of me. So whatever, when the enemies, when the old people, the old haters come through that part, because God is gonna bring those people in front of you for you to have a choice of either you're gonna punish them or either you're gonna move along and you're gonna keep going. So in that moment, I want us to learn this principle from Joseph. I want us to learn from this principle from Joseph, and understanding that whatever happened for that reason. And Joseph, in that moment when his brothers bowed down and they're bowing down, that's when he could remember that moment that he once told his haters that their grain has to bow down to his grain. That's the thing that got him into trouble. That's the reason that they sold him. They had to sell him because they were angry of the same dream that is now a reality. So guys, what's the key point? What can we learn? In that moment, in that special moment, your enemies now are bowing down to you. Can you revenge? Should you revenge? Principle from Joseph. Principle from Joseph. Joseph decided who he wanted to be in that moment. And he started testing them. He's playing with them now. Now he's playing with those enemies. He's like, nah, you are spies. Because I'm like, no, we're not spies. You are spies. Go and get your brother. Show me that you are spies. So let's go back to Uncle Mike. And he's going to continue with the segment, reading the Bible. Then we'll come back.
Yeah. We're back. We're continuing right now from chapter 25. The brothers returned to Canaan. Then Joseph gave a command to fill their sack with grain and restore every man's money back to his set and to give them provisions for the journey. That he did for them. So they loaded their donkeys with the grain and departed from there. But as one of them opened his sack to give his donkey to feed on an encampment, he saw his money, and there it was, in the mouth of his sack. So he said to his brother, "My money has been restored, and there it is in my sack." Then their heart failed them, and they were afraid, saying to one another, "What is this that God has done for us?" Then they went to Jacob their father into the land of Canaan and told him all that had happened to them, saying, "The man who is the Lord of the land spoke roughly to us and took us for spies of the country. But we did say to him, We are honest men. We are no spies, but we are 12 brothers, sons of our father Jacob. One is no more, and that the youngest is with you, the father, back right here in the land of Canaan." Then the men of the Lord of the country said to us, "By this I will know that you are honest. Leave one of your brothers here with me. Take food for the famine of your household and be gone, and bring your youngest brother to me, so shall know that you are not spies, but that you are honest men, and I will grant your brother back to you, and you may trade in this land." Then it happened in the emptiness of their sack, and inseparably each man's bundle of money was in the sack, and when they and their father saw that the bundles of money were there on the sack, they were afraid. And Jacob, their father, said to them, "You have befooled me. Joseph is no more, Simeon is no more, and you want to take Benjamin? All these things are against me." Then Reuben spoke to his father, saying, "Baba, you my blood sons. If I do not bring him back to you, put him in my hands, and I will bring him back to you." But he said, "My son shall not go down with you, for his brother is dead, and you left him alone. And if calamity shall befall him along the way, and we should go, then you will bring down my gray hair with sorrow to the grave." You bring it to the grave. We'll bring it back.
Yeah. We are back, and you are saying, understanding here that Joseph is like, go back, get the youngest brother, and bring him back. But when they are right down to Jacob, the father ain't taking it. Father's like, oh my God, I lost Jacob, my favorite son. Then now you wanna take Benjamin again, my youngest one? Oh. Then the father's like, nah, man. Then Reuben is trying to plead with the father. You know what I mean? He's trying to plead with the father. Trying to plead with the father. He's trying his best. He's like, nah, dad, let me go with him. But I'll make sure that I bring and put him blood in the hand because, that guy is not taking any push. These guys can't even recognize that Jacob is. So you see, I want you to know that when God blesses you, even the enemies are not going to recognize you. When God blesses you, it's a blessing that they can't even know it's you. That's how blessed you're gonna be. That's what I'm saying. It's a blessed beyond thing. Let's get it back again to Uncle Mike. Then he can continue with that thing. I'm just wanna spice it up. Ooh, this is getting fun out here, bruh.
And now the famine was over. Now the famine was severe in the land of, and it came to pass when they had eaten all the grain they had and brought down from Egypt, and their father said to them, "Boys, go back down to Egypt. Go back, buy us a little food." But Judah spoke to him, saying, "The man solemnly warns us, saying, You shall not see my face unless your brother is with you. If you send your brother with us, we'll go down and buy some food. But if you will not send him, will not go down, for the man said to us, We shall not see our face unless our brother is with us." And Jacob said, "Oh my God, why did you deal wrongly with me? As you tell the man whether you had another brother. Why did you tell him that?" But they said to him, "The man asked us, They asked, Sister, how many are you? What's the name of your father? Where do you come from? What is Canaan? Where in Canaan? Why are you there? How many are you? How many are you? So we had to answer everything. This could possibly bring us. In Judah the father said, Send the lads with me, and I'll arise and go, that you may live and not die, both we and you also, little ones. I myself will surely, for sure, from my hand you shall require him. If I do not bring him back to you and set him before you, then let me bear the blame forever. For if I had not lingered surely, by now we would have returned this second time. But their father Jacob said to them, If it must be so, then do it. Take some of the best fruit in the land in your vessels and carry down a present for the man, a little balm, a little honey, spice, myrrh, pistachio nuts, put some wheat in it, and some almonds. Take double money in your hand and take back in your hand the money that he retained in the mouth of your sex. Perhaps it was an oversight. Take your brother also and arise and go back to the men, and may God Almighty give you mercy before the men, that he may release your other brother Benjamin. If I am bad, I am bad. So the men took the present of Benjamin, and they took the double money in their hand, and arose and went down to Egypt. And they stood before Joseph, and Joseph saw Benjamin with them, and he was terrified, and of his brothers. And they take this man to his house, and slaughter an animal, and make ready, for this man will dine with me at noon. And the men did as Joseph ordered, and the men brought the men into the house of Joseph. Now the men were afraid, because they were brought into the house of Joseph, and they said to him, It is because of this money which was retained in our sake for the first time now, that we are brought in, so that we may take against against us and seize us and take also slaves with our donkeys. Oh, Papa, oh. When they drew near to the steadfast in Joseph's house, they talked with him at the door of the house and said, oh sir, we indeed come down to buy food for the first time. But it happened when we came to the garment and we opened our sacks and take the money was there, and in the mouth of his sack, and our money was full of weight. So we have put it back. There's your money. We don't steal. We are good men. But he said to them, Peace be to you. Peace be with you. Do not be afraid. Your God and your God and your God and your God of your fathers is giving you treasure in your sacks. I had your money. Then he brought Simeon out to them. So the men brought the men into the house, Joseph's house, and gave them water, and they washed their feet, and he gave them a donkey something to feed. Then they made the present ready, and Joseph coming out in noon, for they had that they would eat the bread there. And when Joseph came home, they brought him the present which was in their hands in the house, and bowed down before him to the earth. And he asked them about their well-being, and he said, Is your father well? The old man in whom you spoke, is he still alive? And they answered, Yeah, your servant, your father is in good health. He is still alive. And they bowed their heads down and prostrated themselves. Then he lifted his eyes and saw his brother Benjamin, his mother's son. And he said, Is this your youngest brother, of whom you spoke to me? And he said, God be gracious to you, my son. Now he is hard-wound, and his brother. So Joseph made a haste and sought somewhere and wept. And he went to these chambers and wept again and wept and wept there. Then he washed his face and came back out and he said himself into them and he served some bread. So they sent him into the place by himself, and then themselves, and he had to put into Egyptian who ate with him by themselves, because of the Egyptians could not eat food with the Hebrews. saw that of an abomination to the Egyptians. And they set before him the firstborn according to the birthright, and the youngest according to the youth. And the men looked in astonishment at one another. Then he took servings to them from before him, but Benjamin's serving was 5 times as much as that of their heads. So they drank and were merry with him. In Jesus' name, amen. We bring it back. It came with Mars.
Yeah, we're saying that he's back. Yes, Joseph is there, and he's meeting his brothers now. And now they're meeting his brothers. Then his brothers are going back home. You'll find that these guys, they ended up staying because Jacob was like, I can't lose another son here. Okay, they're not gonna go. Let's eat this food. They eat this food, and they ate. There's some time passed. Then that food ran out. Then Jacob is like, man, guys. Did you go back again to Egypt? And the guys are like, yeah, but I remember that guy we told you, Papa. That guy said that he wants us to bring our youngest brother. Then Joseph now, Jacob, he was left with no option than to send him back. Then they are back again in Egypt. And you're finding that Joseph is amazed seeing his family, seeing his brothers. Then he served them, took them to the house. But the guys are still afraid because they haven't recognized yet that this is their brother. And Jacob, he's left back at home. He doesn't know also what's going on. He's expecting that he's gonna lose another son, and he just lost a son. Then he lost his son. He's having some loss, and he's like, guys, what is gonna happen of my sons? So we're seeing here, it's a very important story because now that's the moment that we are on. In that moment, that's the moment that we gotta be on, because we're seeing that we have discovered and we have got to that point where we have decided who you want to be. You have decided to forgive, or you have decided to forget. But Joseph haven't forgotten the dream. He still knows about the dream. But all he did is he forgave the boys. Because he forgave his brothers, because he knows these are my brothers. He loves his brothers. And he know that if they haven't sold him out, he haven't going to be down in Egypt anyway. And he wasn't going to be running the show. So everything happens for a reason. So right now, I don't know what's going on in your life. I don't know what's happening to you. I don't know how you feel right now. I don't know if your things are amazing and things are going good. But if there's one thing, one principle that I always know and that I always remind myself, even if things are not going well or if they're going amazing, is that everything is happening and is turning for the good. Like everything is always turning out for the good. Every time, even no matter how hard it can be, no matter how bad it can be, always things turn for the good. So there's a verse that I always keep in mind each and every time. One of my favorite verses is in Philippians chapter 2 verse 18. It always says that God is working in me, giving me the desire and the power to do what pleases him. Yes, I just written the verse. It actually reads like God is working in you, giving you the desire and the power to do what pleases him. But as I read it, me myself, I'm like, I'll read it with power, and I'll be like, God is working in me, giving me the desire and the power to do what pleases him. So each and every time, no matter how the situation is, I want you to remember that God is working in you, because you can see that God is working through Joseph, because Joseph is there, he's healing, he's having that therapy moment, is that moment that he's forgiving, is that moment that he's actually seeing that he really loves his brothers and is forgiving them. Or even though the brothers don't know it's him, but he knows it's him, and he knows in that moment he's forgiving them and he's loving them and he's still taking care of them. He still gave them the money back, because Joseph understood the principle that everything is happening for your good. So no matter what your situation can be today, you are a dreamer, you have big dreams, or maybe you haven't got to that position that Joseph is at. You haven't got to that position that you are rewarded for your dreams. You're still under development. I want you to understand, in that time that you are being working, the time that you are in the dark room, is that moment that you are really being developed and you're being prepared for that moment. But I want you to keep this in mind, that everything is working out for your good. No matter how bad it might sound, no matter how hard it is, no matter how confusing it can be right now, it's all working out for your good. So right now we're seeing that Joseph is on, okay? He's there. He told his brothers, they went back. He told them to go into the house. The brothers are afraid. They're like, oh, maybe these guys want to take us for that money that he gave us back last time. He was trapping us. Oh, this guy want to kill us. But we're seeing that David, Jacob's, like Joseph, his decisions that he have made, the action that he's taking is different. People, even those guys, they don't expect to be treated like that. He gave them good food. He's like, nah, sit down in the house, Then he's sitting at his side. Then he's weeping because it's his brothers. Then he saw his little brother. Then he gave those guys gifts. You know, all of that, whatever that have happened in the past, is gone. What we are dealing with is what we are dealing with today. And I know sometimes people have hate you. I'm sure sometimes people have broken your heart. Some people at times have disappointed you. But really, that does not really matter in this moment. What really matters now is where we are taking our lives from today. Because everything, whatever that they have hurt you, whatever that moment that they break your heart or something, in that moment, that was the moment that they were shaping your life, designing your life to become a better person. Because if you were not maybe brokenhearted, or if you were not hurt before, you were not going to even understand what it is to be hurt. So you being hurt, you really understand what it is to be hurt, and which is going to make you be aware not to hurt others. Because you see, so in that moment, you are learning, you're being groomed, you're being designed, and in that moment, you are being taking that progress step by step, daily transforming into a better person. So in that moment, when you see that, okay, all the haters or whatever, everybody have tried to wrong you, well, principle we can learn from Joseph here is, man, you can forgive. You can forgive, not forget, but you can forgive and still have peace. Oh my God, I need you to write that down. Forgive so that you can have peace. Because if you are not forgiving all those people, the one that is not going to have peace is not the person that you are unforgiving. The one that is not going to have peace is you, the one that is not forgiven. So if you forgive, you are forgiving yourself. You're not really forgiving the other. So take this moment, take today to understand that you can forgive. When you take the moment to forgive, you are basically forgiving yourself. So you can be hurt. Yes, you meet up with that person that hit you a couple of years ago. You bump into them, you're like, oh, in taking that moment, you can understand that, man, forgiving is not really meaning that you gotta be friends with them or anything. You just need to forgive them, because when you forgive them, you forgive yourself. Because you're seeing Joseph is going to the side, he's weeping, then he comes back, then he weeps again, because he, in that weeping, in that moment that even is forgiving them, is understanding that everything that happened will happen for the good, and God blesses all the time. And God is there to bless you. We're seeing that God is there to make everything, to turn everything that you might be thinking this thing is gonna end out bad for me. God is actually trying to make it a better for you, because Jacob was actually afraid of sending the other son to Egypt. Man, that was actually the breakthrough of Benjamin meeting Jacob. So maybe behind all that fear that we might have lies everything that we want. So in that moment, I'm here to encourage you today to understand that you can be afraid to take a certain step. You can be afraid to lose, because you can see Jacob here. What we can learn from his father, Jacob, is that he was afraid of losing another son. But in him trying to lose another son, he was basically getting another lost son. Yes. And so in that moment, I want you to take steps. We can learn principles from both people in this story. Learning from the father, you cannot be afraid of losing. Don't be afraid of losing, because in that moment when it feels like you are about to lose, you're actually about to get more. So also the brothers, we are seeing that they are afraid, they are regretting. Reuben is like, oh, everything that we have done, da, 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 da. But in that moment, that's the moment that you're confessing everything that you have done wrong. You're like, yeah, God, we've done wrong on our brother Joseph. In that moment of the brothers confessing that they actually did wrong to Joseph is there. He can hear them in Hebrew. He's there to forgive them. He's there to take that moment to just understand that now they might have done it in that moment, but they really understand what they did was wrong, and you can be able to forgive them. And him forgiving them, that's what we are all about. And that's what makes this whole thing amazing. And that's what makes this whole story very, very powerful. That's what makes the whole story very, very empowering, because we can learn from principles from both people. We can learn principles from the brothers. We can learn principles from Joseph. Oh, bless me. We can learn principle from both sides because this story is an amazing. Oh God, bless me. Yeah, guys. Yeah, I'm having some flu today, but yep, we are still on broadcast. Oh my God. So yes, this is an amazing story. God bless. This is an amazing story. Oh my God, guys. Oh God. Oh, yeah. Oh. Yeah, so everything is working for the good. So like right now, we're recording this podcast whilst I'm having flu and I'm sneezing. And one day I'll look back at this podcast and I'll understand, no man, we even did this podcast when we were not feeling well. We kept on pushing. Let's keep going. So yeah, man. So what you can learn from this story is what we just said there, man. This is it today. I'm not really feeling well. We gotta close this podcast very early today. We gotta close it now because yo, my man, I have to sleep and I'm not feeling well. Yes, may God bless me. Bless beyond podcast. Yep. Oh my God. Make sure guys you hit the subscribe button, man. As you can see, even we're pushing, even though we are sick. Put a subscribe, like, make sure that the podcast is gonna this podcast is gonna, the ideas we have for this podcast are gonna be crazy, man. It's only that takes time for them to happen, but definitely everything is working out for the good, and everything is gonna turn out the good way. Yep. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. So right now, before you close up the show, you know that we're not gonna close as losers. We're gonna close this show as winners, guys. Time is it's past midnight now, guys, and we're gonna close up the show. I'm sleeping and I'm waking up and I'm recording, but we're still on, okay? We're closing up the show right now and we're going to close up with a special prayer. This is the prayer. That's the prayer of prayers. Are you ready? Yes, we're going up with the prayer of prayers. And today, the prayer of prayers, we're going to go like, Dear God, grant me the serenity, to accept the things I cannot change. Grant me the courage, to change the things that I can, and please, Lord, grant me wisdom, to know the difference, in Jesus' mighty, powerful name. Yeah. And thank you. Say, dear God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and grant me the wisdom to know the difference between the two. And in Jesus' powerful, mighty name, I hope you are amazing. I hope you enjoyed this video and if you this podcast. And if you did, you know what to do. You gotta like, subscribe, and you know, my man, I'm going to sleep. It's past 2 p.m. right now, and it's gonna be done until I get my money right, and I'm gonna share that thing. Kingdom come, kingdom come, yeah, man. Oh God, let's sleep with them. Oh, kingdom come, kingdom come, kingdom come, kingdom come, kingdom come, kingdom come. Ooh.